today's world, would you believe employers are looking at people's social media accounts?
I can believe it.
You know,
some people go on roofs. I mean, it's weird. Like, they'll break on
Have you heard of that?
That's weird.
It's weird. People will.
Let me ask a philosophical question, because I don't want to get specific.
Right.
You know, this is all
Hypothetical.
Yeah. If you were in theory, hypothetically,
right.
If you were doing something that some people could deem as skirting what could be legal,
right?
You know, because there's different degrees of legality. You know, some things are like, really, you know, you do this.
Like you schedule 1 and then schedule 4.
Yeah, exactly. Right. There's degrees.
Right.
So I don't want to make this out like it was like first degree murder. It's definitely
like $450 ticket. Yeah, it wasn't.
No. It's nothing like that. But if talking in the context of branding,
right,
and you're wanting to make sure that you're the most employable person that you could present yourself as,
right,
and you're the most professional person a person would want to deal with, hypothetically, in theory, if you were doing something that some could deem, I don't know if that's legal, would you take a picture of it and post it on social media?
In theory, the answer is yes.
And personally, yes.
Because
I have.
From a grammatical sense, if you've done something, you technically, would you do this? Is like, well, I have done this, so yes, I actually would do something like that. You know,
let's talk about this at a more practical standpoint. Personally, what I would do in this hypothetical situation,
in theory,
I would create 2 separate accounts.
Okay.
One's called a main and one's called a spam. The main is how I want to look, how I brand myself. This is a clean cut, teenager.
Yeah.
Who really cares about people, who's charismatic, and just
shaking hands with the sheriff that gave you the ticket.
Exactly. Great guy. Stanley, shirt off his back.
Love Stanley. 3 kids.
Love that guy.
Great family.
And then I would
let me off.
If I were to skirt on the edges, I would create a second account with perhaps maybe 50 followers. Nothing too big, just personal friends.
Yeah.
This is where I would post my illegal content, right?
If
hypothetically, obviously,
were I to do something like that.
Yes.
If I were to.
In theory, this is how I would do it.
In theory, I would create a private account to do that.
Well, I'm glad you have a plan.
Thank you.
Branding is important, River.
It is. It really is.
You only have one chance to make a first impression.
That's right.
And I hear things that are on the internet stay forever and can be found.
That's good.
That's good. Never heard that.
All right, guys, we'll be back right after this.
Don't laugh. It just encourages them.